Hey there, Candy Corners. I am ranking all the January horror movies I watched last month. I watched 8 new releases, and for it being January, I have to say it was a pretty okay month for horror. Definitely interesting. I did a few full reviews on my page, so if you want to dig a little deeper into my thoughts, check those out. Anyway, without further ado, let's play Smash or Pass with January horror movies. Hi, sidebar. I was about to post this video earlier today, and then I realized last second that I forgot one movie that I watched last month, and it was one of my favorites, so I can't just leave it out. I gotta edit it in. I don't know how I forgot it. I feel like a big dummy dum-dum. So here is my super botched, re-edited list of horror movies I watched last month. Last on my list and taking the number 8 spot is Skinamarink. This movie divided the horror community. You either loved it or you hated it. I didn't really see any in between. And if you loved it, I love that for you. But for me, it was probably the hardest movie I've ever had to sit through. I love atmosphere and experimental horror, but this was not it for me. I never want to stare at Legos on the floor ever again. I did think that this movie was scary, but I probably would have gotten the same effect if I stared at a blank TV screen for 100 minutes. I think that this movie would have been really cool as like a 20-minute short film, but 100 minutes of staring at the ceiling? Oof. I do have to give it up to the director for creating such a big buzz around this movie. I think he has a really awesome future ahead of him, and I can't wait to see what he does with a bigger budget. But this is a pass for me. Taking the number 7 spot is Fear.
My biggest fear is drowning.
Claustrophobia. Small, confined spaces.
It's something about blood.
My biggest fear is losing you.
Now this is your typical January horror movie. It's terrible and it's everything I thought I would get in January. And here it is. It's got this confusing COVID social commentary. It's about how fear manifests itself. I think it's trying to tell us that COVID's not real, which was really annoying. It's about these friends that get together at this lodge and then everyone's worst fear comes true. The chemistry sucks between everyone. This is definitely a pass for me. Number 6 is Something's Wrong with the Children. I really thought I was gonna like this movie, but I just didn't. It's about these 2 couples. One of them has 2 kids, and they're vacationing at this cabin in the woods together, when suddenly they find this creepy deep hole and the kids get hypnotized by it. It's mostly about the drama between the couples, so you don't really get much cool horror happening. There are some fun 80s horror references in the movie, which is probably my favorite part, but this movie is a pass for me.
No, stop, no!
At number 5, I've got The Offering, which I did do a full review on. This movie is about a demon that wants the souls of children and haunts a family that runs a mortuary in their house. It was an okay movie, but has terrible CGI, and for that, I've got to pass. Number 4 is Kids vs. Aliens, directed by the same director that did Hobo with a Shotgun, which I really liked. And on paper, this movie sounds like my kind of movie. It follows these kids who are like backyard wrestlers, and they give you this Stranger Things, Goonies vibe. They go up against these aliens, and it feels 80s and campy and silly, and the aliens are ridiculous looking. There's a lot of goo and slime, and it's really fun. I could see a lot of people loving this movie, but there is this psychotic bully that I just cannot stand. Like, I know that I'm supposed to hate him, but he is so terrible to the point it takes me out of the movie. This movie isn't quite a smash for me, but maybe I'd let it get to first base.
I don't want my body to be alien fuel.
Number 3 is Missing. This is just a really solid desktop thriller. If you like desktop horror, this movie has the perfect story. I know that it's not horror, but I really liked it, so I added it. It's about this girl whose mom goes missing and she's looking for her. And there's a lot of twists and turns that are really good. I probably wouldn't rewatch this movie, but it's definitely a smash. Taking the number 2 spot is Megan. I'm surprised at how much I actually liked this movie. I thought it was really fun and cute. My only big complaint is that they dumbed it down to a PG-13 rating. So I'm still waiting for that R rating to come out somewhere. Probably HBO Max, hopefully soon. They already announced that it's getting a sequel, which I will definitely be watching. Megan is giving Chucky a run for his money, but I think Chucky would smash Megan, so I would too.
Are you listening to me, Brandon?
So here it is, the missing movie, the one I forgot. It comes in at number 2, and it's Kevin Williamson's Sick. This movie is your perfect, short, sweet, to the point slasher. A Kevin Williamson classic, definitely represents him to a T. I really liked this movie just for its simplicity and just how fun it was.
You have a mask, don't you? You're masked. What? I can't let you in. It's not safe. Are you kidding me, lady? Please!
I don't feel too bad about forgetting it because I did do a full review of this movie. So if you want more of my gory thoughts on this one, check it out. And my favorite movie of January is Brandon Cronenberg's Infinity Pool. This movie is directed so well, the acting is amazing, and even though I didn't love the last third of this movie, it just gets me so pumped for future Brandon Cronenberg movies. This movie is definitely a smash, especially since Mia Goth is in it. And there it is, all the horror movies I watched last month. I'm gonna try to do this every month, but no promises. So if you liked it, don't forget to subscribe and sweet screams.